Alright, what's up everybody, it's Shampoo here, man, and I just got done seeing the Sony conference not too long ago, and okay, look, I'm gonna start it off like this. I think Sony did a better job than Microsoft. They definitely did a better job than Microsoft for my personal taste, and just overall, they really showcased variety of things and quality from far and wide, whether it was casual to hardcore gamers. You know, they definitely did that, and they didn't show a little bit of hardcore. You know, they showed a good amount of it, and then they showed a good amount of casual. So as far as what they displayed, they definitely did a better job than Microsoft did. Now, that being said, I still am disappointed in the show. I really was. You know, but at the same time, it didn't really shock me either, because like the first entire hour was dedicated to nothing but 3D and move. That was the entire first hour. I was looking at the clock and I was like, damn, the whole first hour was nothing but 3D and move. You know, I mean, it's cool to see. I do like 3D. I plan on getting a 3D TV sometime in the future. You know, it's cool to kind of see, you know, how it's gonna come to be. But they didn't necessarily need to spend an hour on both of these things. They really didn't. Especially, and the main reason why I say that is especially since in GDC they already talked about the move a good amount. But like I said in my previous video, you know, it is a bigger stage, so I guess they would want to intend to do it again, and they definitely did. And they had Kevin Butler come out there, and you know, he did a funny presentation and everything. You know, it was cool, but the whole thing was kind of unnecessary, especially when you started seeing a lot of the similar things that you've seen before. They showed that sorcery game. I mean, that looked pretty deep. That actually looked kind of fun. But like I said, I do like how they showed not just games that are strictly casual. You know, I mean, they showed some hardcore games, and they showed that, hey, the move is going to be incorporated with games like Resident Evil 5. I believe we already knew this before, and SOCOM 4, like we already knew before. And just looking at that sorcery game, you can see that you can actually do exploration, and you know, with the move remote, and still have that pinpoint precision. So, I mean, it was, I knew they had to do that, but I just didn't think that they were gonna have, you know, do it for that long. And then what really got me was that, like, when they got back to the PS3, they didn't really show any exclusive games. I mean, yeah, they showed Killzone 3 at the beginning, and then they showed Infamous 2, and then after that they showed you know, at the finale, at the very end, they showed Twisted Metal, and I fucking loved that part, because Twisted Metal is one of my favorite video games. And now that it's coming to PS3, I mean, it's always been a rumor and all this stuff and everything, but you know, it's great that it's actually been shown and stuff, so we know what to expect. But other than that, everything else was multi-platform games. You know, the whole EA lineup, and several other things, you know, whole Assassin's Creed thing. You know, I was expecting more exclusive content, even though we've seen a lot of, even though we've heard of a lot of the stuff that's coming out already. So it wasn't really necessary for them to show it, but they should have at least threw out a little bit more, you know. You know, one thing I was kind of disappointed about was that they didn't show any Last Guardian, and I really wanted to see that game in their conference. Maybe it's on the show floor, I don't know, but that's kind of a big, important game. So, like, not seeing that at the conference kind of tells me that it might not be coming out this year, and you know, that kind of sucks. And plus, like I believe Huntmaster Flex said on my previous vid that, you know, all he wanted to hear out of the conference was that there was going to be remastering HD of like Eco and Shadow of the Colossus, with the around the, you know, date Last Guardians released and shit. And I definitely feel him on that, but correct me if I'm wrong, I thought that was already confirmed to be happening. I thought it was confirmed that they were going to be remastering Shadow of the Colossus and Eco. That's what I heard. I think I read it somewhere too. But anyways, but yeah, I was disappointed with it because it could have been better. In all honesty, their show could have been better. It was, I still liked it. It was better than Microsoft's show, but it still could have been better. Definitely, it could have been better. The whole, you know, the thing I was waiting for, he did talk about it, but he talked about it very briefly, which is the PlayStation Plus, which is the premium service. You know, I was like, thank God they're bringing it up, so it's actually gonna come out soon. And then he said like later this month. I was like, okay. But then like he was saying that those features are gonna come slowly. But here's the thing: is that what are the features when it comes out? Like, what are they? What's everything? He kind of just tiptoed, you know, hopped and skipped over a few things, but I'm pretty sure there's a lot of underlying features that he just didn't really have the time to go over at that certain point in time. And I'm pretty sure those are going to be disclosed, you know, here pretty soon, or they might be out there already, since it's going to be available. Since what he said is that it's going to be available later this month. So I want to see what that is. But the last thing I want to say is that, yeah, you know, it seems like Valve's going to be making Portal 2 for the PS3, which is cool. Hopefully they're going to be more open to you know, to developing games on the PS3 now. Hopefully, hopefully this is not just a one-hit wonder for them, you know. But outside of that, I see that EA likes PlayStation a lot. I see that now, definitely. They, for some reason, EA like has like a kinship with PlayStation, because I mean, you look at Dante's Inferno, it had like this, the Divine Edition, like special edition just for the PS3, and then at the conference, you know what I'm saying, you got Dead Space 2 coming out, which is a multi-plat, coming with Dead Space Extraction was for the Wii, which I do have for the Wii, used for PlayStation Move, which is cool. That's tight. You're not paying no extra for it. And then also Medal of Honor has Medal of Honor Frontlines coming out also free of charge, right? With, you know, or is that I think it's a special edition, so you might have to pay a little bit more for that one. I'm not too sure. I kind of forgot. So I mean, there are they showed a lot of exclusive like content with like certain multi-platform games, which is fine, but I was expecting to see more exclusive titles only for that. But like I said, it might be on the show floor. It might be, you know, stuff that you see when you're there, or that we're gonna see eventually just by looking on the internet, seeing all this exclusive games. But for their conference, for their show, I was expecting to see more exclusive games that they were showing. But like I said, and say it again, I think they did a better job than Microsoft, without a doubt. They did a better job of covering all types of gamers, and not just a sprinkle there and then just boom, you know, nothing but casual. You know what I'm saying? They covered casual and hardcore pretty evenly, even though majority of the stuff when it came to things outside of the Move was multi-plat. So yeah, that's pretty much it. And Nintendo's conference, I actually enjoyed their conference, but I mean, there's honestly nothing particularly in Nintendo that I really want besides Metroid Other M. I want that right now. That's the only game I really want for my Wii. That's it. Other than that, I mean, I could really care less about everything else. Some of them games, I don't know, Oh, the Zelda. Also, forgot about the Zelda. Definitely, I gotta have that too. So the Zelda and you know, Metroid. But alright, y'all. That's pretty much it. I'm out of here. Peace.